Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld, and we are back at the Hussar and Highmate colony. As you can see, winter is in full swing. We've been having a lot of action in the last few episodes. As you can see, there's blood everywhere. There's still some corpses littering the ground. We've got our trap funnel up and ready, so that's a positive. We have opened up. You can see the ancient danger, and it's time to start hauling some of our materials. Let me just check real quick. Okay, we got a few people unrestricted, so they can come out here and haul. Yep, there's our corpse pile over here. Don't look at it too much. You'll notice there's a couple of dead Hussars in here. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture them. Not in time. I've been trying to get a few prisoners, maybe if they're Hussars, we can recruit them. But other than that, it's good to just try and release them. You know, we are kind of role-playing as a good or honorable colony, even though the ideology isn't technically tuned for that. But nonetheless, our duality of man ideology is going pretty good. We have reformed it twice, and I'm pretty satisfied with where it's at now. I could probably go the rest of the game and not change it at all, but I might tweak it still here or there, maybe add another meme at some point. The precepts are pretty good. I've debated on changing physical love here, spouse only. It's a little bit too restrictive, but really the only issue in the colony at the moment, because we have such a low population, is that Shay is still linked to this random guest that just stopped by after her husband died. She fell in love with some rando who came by and has never come by again. And I don't know, her psychic bond, it won't fall off. I think we either need to kill this guy if possible, which, like I said, we haven't seen him. So, I think he visited twice. She fell in love and he just never came back. Like some sort of crazy sailor story or something. But anyway, other than that, the colony is going really good. We've had a few challenging raids, but luckily some of our kids have recently grown up to adulthood. So we've got Lady V here, who is now fully capable of defending the colony. And she's a wonderful pawn. She's got 6 traits altogether. And her brother, they're not related at all, but Buddy here came up just a few days after her. He's fully grown. Unfortunately, he is restricted. He cannot fight. Almost said a weakling, but no, he's non-violent. That's what he is. But check this out. We've got ourselves a handyman, so we did promote him, finally. We have a production specialist, so that's pretty huge. I've got him working on clothing at the moment, just making some cowboy hats and stuff. But I think I'm going to suspend that. We might need to go for a full suite of clothing here. Yeah, if we actually look, poor old Buddy himself has nothing to wear right now, so let's just cancel that cowboy hat, and I'm going to spend a little time going through because I think some of these need to be adjusted. Yeah, I had our previous worker on them, but now it's time for the production specialist to step up. All right, well, check out this list over here. I told you, once we get that production specialist, it's going to be on, and he is crafting his heart out right now. He's done about at least a half dozen masterwork pieces of clothing, so I'm letting everybody get a new set of gear, whatever they need, essentially, and then I'm going to go ahead and re-dye them to their favorite colors and stuff. But right now he's just working on some kids' clothes. I think after we get our geothermal complete, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Actually just go laterally here and choose gas operations so that Buddy can start churning out the heavy SMGs, because we've still got some people rocking little machine pistols. She's got a bolt action rifle I just equipped with her. So yeah, Strong has a machine pistol. We definitely need an upgrade here, so that'll be the next piece of research I think we're looking at. Food wise, we're doing fantastic. Old Shepherd is really keeping us up with that. In fact, I think I can probably start to do something like stew. Let me double check Shepherd's ability here, because cooking is at a 15. Perfect. I was going to say stew for the mod set that I have, which I believe this comes from the VGP vegetable garden. Yeah. So this recipe is specifically enabled by this mod, but it requires a 15 skill, cooking skill 15. And this is the best food in this VGB vegetable garden. So this one here affects consciousness, metabolism, blood filtration, and blood pumping. So it essentially makes them heal faster. They're also going to have better work speed and stuff thanks to the consciousness. But there we go. So that's going to be the big one now. Let me move it right to the top of the list. And I think we'll probably let the kebabs. I'm going to suspend kebabs, and eventually I'll get rid of this, but just in case we need it, because kebabs are very simple, and they provide a small boost, you know, to whatever, but I think for now, like I said, we need to focus on the good stuff. So let's get a stockpile of stew built up, and then we'll just delete our kebabs order. All right, check it out. Well, we have decided to expand the walls a little bit down here. I kind of designed this in the most recent episodes, but Cinderman's finishing off some of the mining here. I'm actually tempted to have him just straight go into this little hill just to check it and see if maybe we can't strike some steel, because we're going to be needing a lot of steel once we get our geothermal researched. But so what I want to do here is extend. Yeah, I'm just going to move these doors. We'll just say move the plasteel door down here, and I'll move the steel door right here once we get that set up. So it shouldn't take too long. We do have our construction people. Yeah, look, they're moving it right away. Yeah, everything's already built, so this is the best time to do the walls. Just make sure you've got everything else constructed, so they're not over here like built. Like the floors, you can see these are kind of the exception, but that's, I know we don't have the sandstone to create these yet, so whatever I set down for granite will get built right away. But speaking of which, one thing I should probably do is make some embrasures here, just for any animal attacks. That's basically all these this is right here. And I'm going to have a little blocking wall. Okay, and I already deconstructed. I had some doors, but let me use granite here for this. It's because I'm a little short on steel. So this way, if I have embrasures right here, if we get a mad animal assault and they happen to pile up at this door, I can still send people here to shoot. And if I have a blocking wall with some doors, this way, if there's a real raid with people with guns or bow and arrows, they won't be able to just randomly shoot at people walking by, you know, so this little area will be blocked off. That's essentially what I've done up here too, you can see, because animals often have a tendency to just hover around the doors. So that's what this is for. But nonetheless, I think that'll work. And once we get the doors constructed, I think we're ready, actually. Yep, let's go ahead and make sure. Yeah, I knew that they probably built some roof over here. So we'll get that removed. Then I'm going to have them deconstruct all this right here. I think, yeah, we can take this out too. I'm going to extend this just a little bit here. I mean, this area from this point forward is still going to basically be a kill area. You know, there'll be all kinds of fighting going on right here. And with this water, it's actually kind of good, so we won't have to worry about building anything over here. But another thing I could probably do is start to curve these. I'll need to measure with the, once I get some SMGs built. No, that's not right. I'll need to measure this. But what I'm going to do is kind of curve these around, so that we can eventually, once we have enough combatants, we can stand our colonists all around here, and they'll still be able to shoot at this front door. It'll make more sense once everything's constructed, but I'll work on that too. Now, the big part really is just getting this geothermal protected, because that's going to give us 2 now inside the compound, and that's going to provide us with enough power for at least till we get up to the nuclear stages. All right, looks like Shepard is over here cooking the first of our stew. I've just noticed too, this guy's wearing an ammo pack. That's completely pointless on a non-violent character, isn't it? So I'm going to have to get, yeah, I'm going to order him to make some stuff here. I'm not sure. There is a good item for doctors. There's a medical backpack. I don't know if I have it researched, or maybe it's over here. But anyway, that's just a side note. Tool belt might be good too for Buddy to have. But things are going over pretty good over here. We still haven't dug into the mountains yet. I'm really anxious for some steel though, because we are getting real close to our power plants. But nonetheless, this is Gonna work out. Now I have set up a specific little room just for these shells here. Let me rush them over here too. Now you might say to yourself, "Boy, that's kind of overkill, isn't it? Just for a few mortar shells." Well, let me tell you what. I've had some bad experiences with massive explosions, so I've decided, going forward now, I'm always going to keep my mortar shells kind of secluded. Try to at least. In fact, this is probably too close to the mortars themselves. I want the operators to have a short trip, but if this thing explodes, it might take out the mortars too. So that is why I've surrounded it, though, with granite walls as well. So, I mean, all it takes is like one bad drop pod raid or a lucky mortar shot from a mech cluster or just a siege, and this whole thing goes up. So, yeah, and having it by your hospital, which is what I've done before previously, that's a bad move. So you don't want to have a big hole in your hospital right after a raid happens. So, like I said, it might seem overkill, but it's not, trust me. Oh, well, Randy just threw a nice little transport pod crash at us, and I can tell immediately it's not a Hussar or a Highmate here, but they do come from an actual faction, the Accord of something or other. Let's see. Yeah, and they're hostile, but we can actually... Yeah, since they have a score of -100, if we capture this person and release them, we can improve the faction. So let's grab Lady V, or no, not Lady V. Let's grab Shay and have her stabilize. What's her name? Pop open. Poppin'. Come on, Poppin'. We're gonna capture you and release you. So there we go. That's a good option, I think. And like I say, they're not a Hussar or Highmates, so we definitely cannot recruit them. But at least we'll get a little bit of faction experience, or faction influence out of it. And another thing I'm keeping my eyes on is the transport pods. We'll be doing those too. I've got so many things I really need to research. I was also thinking about mending too, because Strong's armor is getting pretty, yeah, it's almost worn away. So like there's so many things that I need to research right now, but I have somewhat prioritized it. Shay and Shepard are no longer doing much entertaining of guests. We're leaving that all up to Lady V, and she's doing pretty well actually. But yeah, they're prioritizing the research, and it's good too during the winter like this because they don't have to worry about coming out into the garden. So right now really is the time for it. Unfortunately, we just had a power surge, but we'll get the power back here shortly. Where are we? Where's Shay? Lost her. No, that's not her. Where you at, Shay? There you are. Sometimes it's hard to spot them out here in the wilderness. But I don't want her spending too much time out here by the edge of the map, so he's healed. Let's go ahead and capture him. Bring him on into the compound. Okay, there it is, folks. We've got ourselves geothermal power. Now, I think I'm going to stick with my original plan, go for gas operation. It's only 1,000. It won't take them very long. We can definitely get that done before planting season, I think. But the big one, speaking of planting season, the first geothermal, I think I'll stick it down here because that other one is kind of overlapping some of the fertile soil that we have access to. So try and avoid using that up if possible. I also like to try and connect my power plants from 2 different locations. You know what I'm saying? So not just have a single power line coming off of them, but having both, connect to the grid as a whole from 2 different positions, essentially, just for redundancy, Okay, well, wouldn't you know it, as soon as I set up some hunting orders and some stuff to do outside the compound, Randy hits us with a mech cluster. So, 985 points, that's not terrible. Let's see. Landing right over here. What do we got? Oh, this is easy. There's an unstable power cell. I'd love to get my hands on it, but it's not really that critical. We've got plenty of power. No, this is definitely something we're going to mortar right now. So let's not even leave this thing alone long enough to assemble any mechs here. I've got 5 shells. I would like to make sure... Okay, I don't want to accidentally shoot any EMPs over there. Let's get Lady V. And I like sending Clarissa down here. I'm going to set up these. Alright, let's get them ordered to come down. Okay, now we can set the target. Let's drop it right there. And let's just see how they do. Let's see, have she been making any shells? I did set up an order. Let's get this boosted. Let's make quite a few of them. I hate to use all my steel for it, but as you can see, I mean, these mortars are, they're a blessing. They are truly a blessing. A blessing to us, but they're hellfire to our enemies, right? There we go. Okay, come on. There they go. Let's watch them. Oh, dang it. Well, we woke them up. Ooh, got a couple tesserons. So first thing I should probably do is not only is to restrict everybody. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright. I'm just watching to see if they go on the offensive. They probably won't until we eliminate most of their structure here. Oh, looks like they might be. Yeah, maybe they're taking the bait and they're going to come on through. That's okay. This is a pretty weak group here. I'm pretty sure our traps can take them out. I'm more just worried about this. Lancers? Well, it's better than assembling centipedes, right? I'm wondering why Randy hit us with such a weak little mech cluster. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but this is one of the easier ones we've had. Not the easiest, but pretty close. Oh my god. They're so bad at this. If only I could get my Highmates to do the shooting, but that's just not happening. Alright, they got a couple more shots left. Let's see. Just making sure that the mechs are committed. It does look like the mechs are committed. So let's bring our fighters down here. Boom. And I believe Clarissa... No, it's actually Lady V who has the EMP grenades. So let's actually move her over there, just in case. Is he turning around? Oh, he's doubling back so that he can attack our sewage outlet. Isn't that wonderful? Alright. Are they done? What the? Oh, I called Lady V away. Duh. Alright, I was like, what happened to her? Yeah, that was my fault. Alright, let's make sure. I'll let Clarissa shoot this one, and then I'll have her switch to the other one. Okay, here we come. Speed things up just a little bit. So yeah, there goes one. We might have to send a strike force out to take out this little Tesseron. But another thing too... Okay, yeah, she's out. Tell you what, I'll just let her go about her business because we've got a smoke launcher. So once these guys are destroyed and I take out that other Tesseron, we can just run over there real quick and pop some smoke and not have to worry about it. Alright, there's the last of the mechs in our little tunnel here. We do have this guy. Oh, no! Oh, holy crap. Clarissa got there first and just got leveled by the beam. Oh, boy. Well, that was my mistake. All right, let's go ahead and get out there and save Clarissa. Take him out. That was, that was kind of a mistake. I sent her up there because she had the smoke launcher, and we're going to take out the mech cluster after this. Whoa, that was a mistake. All right, Shepard, come and rescue this child, please. Nice. Okay, so stunned it. Why don't you pull out your firearm? Cinderman's on fire. Boom. Okay, we're good. Now, I'm going to have her pick up the smoke launcher. Beautiful. And let's get him out here. Still got to take out the mech cluster. All right, Shepard's rescuing Clarissa. Is she going to be okay? 17. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. All right, let's get that brought in. And, oh, look. Stupid thing. That's why I sent him up here. I was trying to get him to take him out before he destroyed our sewage outlet. That's just even more steel now. Where is it? There it is. Boom. All right. We'll get it rebuilt. No worries. Now, the most important thing here is to figure out the range. There it is. So there's the range, that red circle. Let's bring our people right up to the edge of it there. Okay. And we've got a little bit of smoke over here now, so we can start to move our people. It's hard to see that smoke in the winter time, isn't it? We'll get them in here. But they're still perfectly protected. Let's see, the cluster's right there. Oh, there's also a wall kind of blocking. Oh, it's a weird place for a wall, isn't it? I mean, we might get lucky and actually be able to salvage this vantometric power cell, but I'm not counting on it. All right, they're good. She's got a shotgun, so she's going to have to get real close, but no big deal. It's just a little bit tedious, but this is the safest way to do it. Just build yourself a nice little smoke corridor until you can get right up on top of it. But do keep in mind that these things will explode So these turrets and stuff, a lot of the components of the mech cluster will explode with deadly force if you're not careful, so don't get too close. Alright, we finally got eyes on it, so let's see if we... Uh-oh. Yeah, thing's probably going to explode the power cell. And if it does, yep, then the whole thing's probably going to go down, I bet. That's okay. Yep, no big deal. I mean, the power cell does give a little bit of free power, but... I mean, they're dangerous, too, to just keep inside your compound. That's another item, kind of like my mortar shells, where if I had captured it, I would have either buried it inside of a hill, you know, put it down here and connected some power to it, or done something like this, where I've got a room just specifically for it. But hey, look at this. My gamble paid off. We got ourselves a nice little chunk of steel. That's perfect. In fact, I'm going to get Cinderman... Well, look, he's eating some stew. He's going home to consume some stew. But as soon as he recovers from his little excursion out there, we're going to get him to mine up this whole little chunk of steel. Okay, well, that didn't take too long. There we go. Now we've got gas operations finished. Man, oh man, there's so many things that I need to get into here. Funny thing is... Oh, what am I missing? To actually start these, I need to build my... Oh... What is it I'm missing? Biorefining would be the first one for that. Transport pods. But growth fats, the microelectronics. Yeah, I think I'm missing that extra piece of equipment. I don't even think I've researched. I always forget the name of it, but it connects to our Oh, no, I know what it is. I need to build the high-tech research benches. Yeah, versus the plain and simple ones. That's the problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to slap down one of these just for starters. I don't even think we have enough. Yeah, we don't have the steel yet, but we will shortly because I forgot. Not only do we have this, but up to the north, I forgot all about this little stockpile here that what's-his-name has slowly been working on. Good old Cinderman. He's been going up there and mining occasionally whenever I haven't been looking. But man, oh man, I still cannot get Shay and him to hit it off, despite the fact that I've put them in the same room together. It's really Shay's fault, her and her stupid psychic bond with the rando person. But anyway, I won't dwell on that too much, even though it has ruined 50% of the relationships in the colony. But I swear to God, if that guy ever comes back and visits, I'm potentially going to recruit him and then just murder him. Sacrifice, quote unquote, sacrifice in cold blood. You know what? I have been holding this mining skill trainer now for quite a while, hoping that I could give it to one of the kids, you know, or whatever. But I think Cinderman deserves it. He's got a double passion for mining. We've worked him up because I think he was only at like a 3 or a 4 with his mining when he joined. And for whatever reason, I've just overlooked him. But he's been doing so much of the work. Let's give it to him, see what we can get that up to. So he's going to go from a 7 to a 13 right now. Very nice. Yeah. And since he is really the only true mining person we have, I feel like he definitely needs it. It's going to be a big help. Because eventually I think Veronica was the one who didn't necessarily have the awful mining trait, which so many of the other kids do, just through genetics or whatever. But that's going to be years before she's ready to start mining, you know what I'm saying? So this is a better choice. Okay, well, ignore all the debris here, but we did get our research bench upgraded here. So we've got the high-tech bench. I deconstructed the other two, and that's what we're working on. I'm going to do biorefining, and then I think I'm going to skip to something else. Like, now that we've got growth fats open, I really want to get those going. That's going to be super helpful. And that reminds me, too, I've been intending to do this, but I keep forgetting. It's time for Old Strong and Shepherd to try for another baby. Yep, it is. Time has come. I had it turned off for too long. So let's double check and see. Look, they're already having some loving. I guarantee it won't take long. Let's just look at her overall fertility, though. Right now, she is at 96%. Oh, yeah, that's not going to take long at all. Oh, well, speaking of role-playing, here we go. We got a nice little beggar quest. They want 66 herbal medicine. We have 200 total. So I think we're going to go ahead and fulfill that. We'll give Shepherd the honor of doing it. I think we need to wait till they get a little closer, possibly, but that's always interesting. Now, in my previous playthroughs, whenever I get these appear, I always fulfill them, even if I'm playing an evil colony, because these are always good potential kidnap victims. If you like one of the pawns, you know, you can always kidnap one of them, guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but as long as you have a 100% chance, you know, you should be able to grab one. It does turn the rest of them hostile, so it's trickier to get like multiples. If you wanted to kidnap the two adults, for instance, or whatever, that's more tricky. But nonetheless, the point is these visitors are actually, well, they're not technically visitors. It's like a reward quest. Oh no, Strong got crushed. Are you okay, Strong? She got a cut on her neck. She's gonna be dead in 5 hours. Pretty deep cut there. Man, oh man, get to bed, Strong. Yeah, that was my fault. I left this right here intentionally, thinking it would hold up that little piece of roof. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, I'm going to fulfill the quest here, because another reason I often say that... Whoops, no. It feels like the more of these you actually fulfill, the more often the beggars will arrive at your settlement, and thus giving you more chances either to fulfill charity, you know, which makes your people happy, or, like I said, gives you more chance to, quote-unquote, recruit some more people. Oh, thank goodness, we got a bulk goods trader? You don't know how huge that is. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm also wondering, at what point can I fulfill this freaking quest for these people? All right, we won't worry about that right now. Let's do the bulk goods trade real quick. Oh, Shay. She can't do it because of her psychic bond. Inhibits her abilities. God dang it. Okay, well, here's the trade so far. As you can see, I've just given them some scraps of random stuff that we have, but what we're taking from them is some really good basic stuff. I need the chem fuel for those mortar shells, obviously the steel, the components, and neutronamine. So this is really good for us, though, just getting things that we really need, but I have a pretty big debt to them, 3,700 silver, but I have not put on any of the clothing items yet. So let's do this part together, because this is the fun part where we get to just watch our debt hopefully melt away. Because I do have some decent cowboy hats here. Let's leave those for last. Look, here's the Thrumbo cowboy hats. Let's save those. I'm going to get rid of this stuff that's like partially worn away. We'll just unload all our junky clothes on them for now. We can always make more. Okay, we want to keep the gold. In fact, I'm tempted to grab more gold, but let's just see how much our cowboy hats are worth. So we'll start with the Thrumbo ones. Okay, so that was pretty good. We had 10 excellent those aren't Thrumbo, Muffalo wool, which is good because we got tons of Muffalo wool to come still. And okay, here's some masterwork quality ones. Pretty good. We can already afford this. If I wanted to stop here, we could just say, okay, we'll just owe them a little bit of silver, but let's see if we can't get that up a little higher. There we go. Okay, boom. Now they owe us some silver. So the question is... yeah, I think I am going to take their gold. It'll give us just over 200. And there's also some plasteel here that I kind of want. Oh, that's going to wipe our silver out. I tell you what, I'm going to do it, though. It's a good exchange right now, taking their gold and plasteel for our silver, because we're going to be making tons more silver with our hospitality stuff. I'm not even worried about that. Oh, there we go. Now we can fulfill the quest. Oh, and we just got an aura, an aurora. That's very nice. That'll give all of our people a little mood boost to get to experience it. But you can see I've got Buddy. He's locked in over here. All right, Buddy, as soon as you finish that gun, you'll be cleared to go sleep and eat and stuff. Yeah, I've literally been having them. Nice, masterwork. Perfect. All right, so just what I was hoping for. Strong. Time for you to upgrade, baby. She's getting rid of that little machine pistol. She's going to keep the shotgun. I actually really like the ability to switch between shotgun and, you know, a more traditional ranged weapon. Yeah, this is going to be helpful big time. Did we make any more? I am not sure if that was the only one Buddy was actually able to make. Yeah, I think it was. Wait, where's this assault rifle? What? Oh, it's bio-coded. Yeah, I'm not worried about that then. We'll just let that wear away. But Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We'll go ahead and clear our messages, get ready for the next one. It's been pretty eventful. We've had a little fun with the mechanoids, and of course, research has been the big key point to this episode, I think. We've made some serious breakthroughs, and I'm really happy about that. I think in the coming days, the colony is going to really start to take shape. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope you'll stay subscribed and hit that like button for me. Also, leave me some comments down below. It really helps with the algorithm, guys. I appreciate all my Patreon members out there. Thank you so much for your donations, guys. It really helps me out. And I will see you all on the next one.